On today's episode, we have not one but two amazing guests, and they are two of my favorite people on this earth. They're both repeat or return visitors. One of these guests, it's actually her third time on this podcast. So you know how much respect we have for these folks if we're bringing them back. The reason we're bringing them back is because not only have they been successful affiliate marketers, but they're stepping out a little bit more and continuing their journey into digital product creation. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about some successes. We're going to talk about the new program that they're launching together, but we're also going to talk about the transition, I think, from affiliate marketing to creating your own product because it's a natural transition. It's something I've done multiple times. I've gone back to affiliate marketing, relaunched. It's something Andrei has done with the launch of his Spanish program, which I just saw. Andrei, congratulations. You have surpassed six figures with that, and affiliates are making money. So that's fantastic. So let's just go over there right now. That's kind of the theme of the episode. First, let's congratulate Andrei on that milestone.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Woo!
guys.
Yeah.
So that being said, we have Mila Markson joining
Hey
us,
guys.
who once again has been on this podcast now 3 times, and Alex Ford, who has partnered up with Mila on a new product, which is going to be amazing. This is his second appearance on the podcast. So welcome back, you two.
Hey
Thank
guys.
you, Brian.
Yeah,
You go,
thank
Mila,
you so
first.
much for having us.
Awesome. So for the people listening, let's do a summary of each one of your story first, and then we can move forward to the next thing. So let's start with Alex.
I think we should go with Mila first.
Sure. Okay. Let's start with Mila.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I'll tell my story again for the 19th time.
Okay.
So I
I'll
started.
start,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll start. Okay. I'll start.
Yeah.
All right, Mila, how'd you get into it? What'd you do? And make sure you tell a little bit about your journey after you started as well, because that's really amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not from USA, right? I'm Brazilian. I came to USA in 2016, and I worked as a nanny for many years. And I never wanted to be a nanny for the rest of my life. I love kids and stuff, but I also didn't know what else to do. And I, like everybody else, started looking for ways to make money online, and that's how I found some ways to make money online, like dropship and try Amazon FBA, virtual assistant, all these things. But it was in 2021, I found out about affiliate marketing, and then the rest is history. It literally changed my life. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's being modest. She's I see the Dream Car Award sitting over your, I guess it would be your right shoulder there, and I see the Two Comma Club Award for generating over $1 million with your affiliate marketing business. So she's done well, and we're excited to have her on. And that's what's really amazing to me is there's all these excuses you could have had. I'm not from the United States. You had a slightly successful drop shipping business, but ultimately it kind of crumbled with, I think, what was fulfillment issues, if I remember correctly, or monetary conversion issues, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly, back to the past episode. And you could have had all these excuses. English isn't my first language. I tried and failed, but you just kept going, and amazing things have come of it. So I think that's fantastic inspiration to others. So now we'll move over to Alex if he's ready now.
Awesome. How long do you have?
Yeah.
Because I've been in this industry 12 years now, 12 and a half. So it's a long time. But the funny thing is time just goes so fast. It doesn't even feel like 12 years. But I got started in 2011 with a network marketing company originally. Cost me $30,000 to buy in, which was a crazy amount. But that's kind of what introduced me to the industry. And though I had some good success with that business, after the initial, the struggles, in the end, I just got tired of the network marketing model. That there's too many rules, regulations, all these funniness that goes on in there. And I looked for something else, and I tried a lot of different things. I had a traditional business, which costs a lot of money, over $180,000. Did ad agency, then crypto as well. And I found affiliate marketing, and affiliate marketing blew my mind because of the simplicity of it, because you had just a lot more control over it. You're not like stuck to one company and they just want you to promote just their own thing. So I found affiliate marketing, and it's kind of same as Mila. Affiliate marketing changed my life, right? It just allowed me to create an amazing income, stay home with my family, be able to travel the world. But I think probably the best thing I like about affiliate marketing, I don't know where I'm going to go with that actually. Let's re-edit that. I'll finish it up. And stay home with my family. So, it's been an incredible journey.
Yeah. No, but it's awesome that one business model can change so many people's lives. We've seen that time and time again. I started in 2020, not as long as you, Alex, but I can see so many people just their life completely changed, and for accomplishing the goals that they want to accomplish, it could be financially, it could be time freedom. So there's so many possibilities with this business model. So guys, you guys started working together, right?
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
So you guys started a company called Millionaire Wealth Academy, right? Let's start with Mila first because Mila had a vision in the beginning. I guess you can say that, right? You launched this program last year. How did it go with that?
Yeah, I last year I as Brian said, it's natural, like you transition to affiliate to having your own product. And my idea was create like a program that was focused on women, and it's called Millionaire Woman Academy. So I spent like months planning and writing all the course and stuff. And in August last year, I launched the course, Millionaire Woman Academy, and it was a success. Like we had a lot of people join in, and I had an affiliate program as well. But I like when you start having your own product, it's totally different from affiliate marketing. That's why I say like affiliate marketing is the best for beginners because so many things you don't have to worry about it. It's all up to the company. And then when you have your own product, it's so many things that you have to do. And I was just overwhelmed and I didn't know. I didn't expect to have the success that had. So I had to close everything down and like, okay, I need to rethink. Like I don't know if I can do it because it's a lot for me. So that's how I kind of started conversation with Alex. We met back then on a podcast we made together. And I went out with him a little bit how I was like overwhelmed. And then we kind of started like talking and yeah.
So we got you, Mila, working on the front end here and making the transition. We like to call it evolution on this podcast, right? The evolution of your business, launching the product. And you're right. I mean, that first product you launch, it's like an eye opener. It's a shock to the system because
Yeah.
it's not just marketing anymore. It's everything else. And everything else makes up about 80% of the business, if not more, as far as time spent goes. So yeah, it can be overwhelming. So then you get together on the podcast with Alex and what were your initial thoughts when you heard her venting, Alex? Like what did that trigger in you?
Good question. Be interesting because I guess Camilla will also hear kind of what I experienced in that moment. I felt, I got the way she felt because I had created my own courses in the past, probably 2 or 3 courses, went through those processes, had some decent success, but it was never something I fully went into because they were my first courses some years ago too. They were okay. They weren't the best. It was quite stressful as well doing that. And I just went back to affiliate marketing. So when Mila said to me, chatting over Instagram and she expressed her feelings, I understood. And like Mila's just amazing. I mean, we connected on the podcast. I just love who she is as a person. She's kind, she's caring. She's not full of herself. Like there's no ego. Like, I don't know. There's just something about Mila I loved, right? And the course was great as well because I'd started going through it. It was, very straight to the point, simple, easy to follow. And overnight, I started thinking about this, and I was just like, okay, I was already trying to figure out what my next moves were going to be in this industry. And that's why I was already thinking about a company this year, right? And I was thinking about it, and I spoke to my wife about it, and she goes, you should talk to her about it. Like I showed her what Mila was doing and all of that. And so the next day I said, you know what? You've got something great going on here. Like I would hate to see you give up on it, because the product was amazing, right? And as you guys know, I know you would both know, Andre and Brian, having a product is ultimately one of the biggest things that you got to have, a quality product that people are going to love. And that was there, right? So for me, it was just like, okay, what if we team up together? There's a product in place. I'll do the rest. Let's do the funnels, the rebranding, everything else, right? And let's relaunch this. And she just said, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Let me get back to you. Think about it. Speak to her husband as well. And then after that, we had a few conversations back and forth, because of course, when you go into a partnership, you got to figure out, is this the right person? What are they like? What can they do? Right? Can we trust each other? Are they even capable? Do they have the skills to be able to do it? So there was all that process to go through. So I think I went a little bit further there, Brian, but I hope that kind of gives you some insight within that first moment of, well, kind of the thought process about doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you sharing that. And it's kind of how the partnership that you speak of, it's kind of how I view Andre's relationship, our relationship. It's like a partnership. There is all those things that you have to worry about. Trust is a big one, but also, is it the right person, right? And I've said this time and time again on the podcast. Andre and I, are friends, but we approach things a little bit differently. What I mean by that is, we complement each other. Especially on this podcast, I might get a little more analytical. He might get a little more, in personal and stuff like that, or vice versa. We just have a good dynamic because we have differences that complement each other. And that's what I'm seeing here with your partnership is you have differences that complement each other. And that is what forms a great team. Just like that's what forms a great marriage. You know what I mean? It's if you marry the same person as you, you're going to butt heads, and you're going to share in each other's lack of, everybody lacks something, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you really need someone to fill in your gaps. That's what creates a great partnership. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think a partnership is like a marriage, and like you have to get to partner up with people that's kind of that feels what you're lacking for, and that's what Alex. I think it's great our partnership, because so much that Alex do and stuff, it's things that I couldn't do it, or I would have to stop my whole everything in order to learn and go through. Yeah, in fact, before partnering up with Alex, I paid like 9,000 for a mentorship, like just to learn the funnels and like how to structure everything. But it was just like it's so overwhelmed, and it's good when you have this complementary person, because it takes off a lot of stress out of your shoulders.
Yeah. And I want to say something on that as well. It's been the same for me. It's amazing because, for Mila, you guys would know, she's amazing at traffic and the branding side of things. And that's a strength. And I'm good at traffic, but I'm better at everything else than the traffic, right? So the running, I've had companies in the past, initially it started with, helping my dad run a company for 10 years. So having understanding companies and staff and systems, processes, communication, funnels, the technical, like merchant accounts, stuff that I've even had to learn, but having that mentality of knowing where you're at and creating that plan to follow to set something big up, that was kind of my strength. So then it's just like, and that wasn't Mila's strength. So being able to bring that in combination with her brand and the traffic and bring something together, we've created something beautiful, right? Something we can be, I know we're definitely proud of it because we've done it together. It's not just a company, it's a brand we've created, a feeling behind a brand, a community. And those results have reflected back in our community, telling us about how much they've loved all the changes, right? And just one other quick thing, this partnership isn't just Mila and me. I also want to give some credit to Mila's husband, who's been a big part of this as well, Jake. If it wasn't for him, we actually wouldn't have been able to accomplish this. And my wife, Dana, as well. She's also been a partner in this. So there's four of us. Mila and I are the front people, the people that lead. But they're a big part of it as well. So it's been incredible to kind of bring two families together to create something that can make a big impact in people's lives, but ultimately, have our own families impacted as a result.
Yeah, it's also when you have your spouses, also helping you with the business. Like, for example, yesterday my wife was making stickers from her cricket with my logo. So it's like little things like that, makes you appreciate even more, and it makes you enjoy the ride even more. I want to go back to, the transition of becoming an affiliate marketer to becoming the product creator, creating your own program. I know, Mila, you're the first one that started with this.
Mhm.
Um, what are the specifics, like as far as like the struggles that you were facing when you launched your program?
Um, it's a lot of little things. And once my one thing, my program had an affiliate program as well. So it's not only one thing that I had to worry about it, but it's the finances. I have to worry about charging backs and how to respond to people on that, and how to structure the sales, because if you want to sell something, it's not like making like posting a video online or having a link right there. The funnel has to be, that has to convert. So I had a good sales for my audience, because I never had any product before. So I feel like my audience was like waiting for me to launch anything. So was they were buying, they would buy something for me regardless. But then when I had to, like, for new audiences, for people who doesn't know me, I need to have another system in place as well to convert for new people. So all these little things to have like a profitable and high convert funnel and product, that I didn't know what to do. Like, I knew I had like maybe a video sales letter and so many things, and it's just all this part was like, it was a struggle for me. I paid, like, as I mentioned, I paid someone to join a mentorship, like a mentorship coaching thing, which was like super overwhelming as well, like, because it's the funnel and this and that. And yeah, I was just like, that's too much. And my husband was helping as well, but he doesn't know much about the marketing side of the part. He did all the addings. He helped me uh, recording everything, like all these things. He helped with everything. But like, when it comes to the marketing and the business, because now like I have the product, so like I'm the business owner, is a new thing. It's like a lot more things that I had to do that I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a problem that comes up quite a bit that oftentimes first time product creators don't predict or consider when they're creating a product is when you've done what you've done, Mila, and we've all done really is build up an audience over time and an email list over time and promote an affiliate product. You do have people in your audience clamoring for something from you. That's your point of view. So you have that built-in audience. If you launch a product, you're going to make sales and probably a significant number of sales if your audience is big enough. But oftentimes it's okay, what happens after that? How does someone who's brand new and maybe not even from you, but from a referring affiliate come in and then actually convert into a sale? Because you don't have as much time. You don't have 2 years. Your affiliates aren't going to sit and wait around for 2 years for that first commission while the audience gets to know you and stuff like that. So there has to be conversion processes in place. Is that where you come into play, Alex? Is that a little bit more along your zone of genius, so to speak, or what are you working on from that side?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for me, I love the sales aspect, the funnels, the videos, the putting something together to present. There's a lot of leverage in creating automated processes, right? So when Mila launched her original course, there was a sales page, and that was it. She was just driving to a sales page, and it converted for her. But like she said, it's like, well, if we're going to expand this to other people, like how can we create a process that walks people through a process to learn about, add value, build relationship, present an offer, and then how do we structure that in an automated fashion so sales close? So that way, when Mila drives more traffic, it's going to convert better. When affiliates drive their traffic, is going to convert better as well. So that's what I've been focusing on. And as we record this podcast episode, we'll be launching in a week. No, in days, actually.
Yeah.
So in like 3 days. So by the time this comes out, we would have already launched. But so we're launching in, a webinar format, live format, and then we're going to transition that to a evergreen process as well, where people can just plug in their traffic into an automated webinar with their own, front end funnels, the bridge funnels and stuff. So just it's been a lot of work, because we haven't gone with just simple, right? Let's just do something. We've focused a lot on brand and thought about affiliates a lot, and just try to make it as best an experience as possible, but that also converts high. So that answer your question, Brian?
Yeah, going back to what Mila said, honestly, you already have an audience, you get me? So it's easier to, I guess, people already know you, so it was easier for you to launch the program. But then when they already bought, to market it to a new audience, I guess that's when you were finding the difficulty. For me, I have a different experience because I had to start mine from scratch in a complete new market. So it was completely different, where I had to just build it from zero. Like I didn't have any affiliates promoting my program, for example, right? Because it was a complete new market. Now, Alex, the way you were doing the marketing campaign about promoting the Millionaire Wealth Academy was you wanted people or affiliates to promote it, like the 90% of people that said no, right? Did you come up with that strategy?
Great question, Andrei. So it's an interesting one. Being in the network marketing industry many years ago, the way I found affiliate marketing is I was looking to learn better strategies, because they would just teach how to spam the internet, right? With work from home ads. But I wanted to start learning, and I joined this digital marketing education company. Doesn't exist anymore. It's got a different name anyway. And they marketed their education platform, right? Education and an affiliate program as, hey, make money from the 90% of the people that say no to your network marketing opportunity. I was like, well, that sounds interesting. I can get education. I can learn digital marketing. But because 90% of people that look at my opportunity are going to say no, a lot of them are already network marketers. I can go to those network marketers and say, okay, well, I understand, that this opportunity is not a fit for you. Tell me, what are you doing to generate leads? And that opens up a conversation to seeing what they're doing, seeing their marketing strategy. Hey, look, I've got this great educational program that can help you to generate leads for your opportunity, right? So then it's making money from those people that were never going to buy another opportunity, but now they can grow their business with digital marketing education. And we talk a lot about, me, Mila, I'm sure you guys understand, is model what works, right? You don't because if you just create things from scratch, you don't know if it's going to work. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. As Russell Brunson says, you're going to be the one with all the arrows in your back trying to figure out, what works. And as we were going to reach out to affiliates, I was just like, that just kept ticking in the back of my head. And I'm like, how can that apply to what we're doing now? Okay, because affiliates, they generally have their own main core offer program that they want to promote, and they're passionate about it. They have other things, tools, ClickFunnels, System.io, that they make money, but they generally don't want to, we don't want to approach and be like, hey, here's another great program. You should come promote us ourselves. And we never thought that anyway. That was never the thought. But I was like, for existing affiliate marketers, how can we offer them an opportunity that they can make an income from their buyers, or maybe from their leads that didn't buy their main program? Or two, there's a lot of companies that have a low ticket offer. Brian, I think you've got one as well, right? Like I said, $7, $9. And then they have a high ticket offer on the back end, which is right, $2,000. I think that's yours, Brian, $2,500 or more. So you're going to have an influx of those low ticket buyers. But the stats, and we looked at Mila stats, and it exactly lined up with the stats I knew, that you're only going to have 10%. What was it? 10% or less of your total low ticket buyers are going to purchase the high ticket upsell. Right? But here's what happens. Right? When you're driving tons of traffic to a low ticket offer, you're bringing awareness to people that didn't know this industry existed. They're learning, oh, wow, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, and the funnels, traffic, I can make an income with this. And then they see the high ticket offer. And for them, $2,000 more, it's like, they hit the brakes. They don't want to invest that money, maybe because it's out of their budget. It's not right for them just yet. And great, the affiliate market promoting that, they can make money from that 10%. But what happens to those 90% that are not, that now they're aware, and they might be more aware in the industry, looking at other people's TikTok content, Instagram content, but they just haven't found that thing that's right for them. So then with the 90%, it's just like, well, the cost of our product is more affordable in comparison. It's still high value, but it's an opportunity that serves a gap in the marketplace. Whereas these affiliates, they could add this program or the product, the course that we have, to the back of what they're currently doing, their main offer, maybe through their email series. And then those 90% of people that don't upgrade to the high ticket thing, they see that offer. It's a great offer we put together. And we know it's a great offer because someone by accident found our sales page 2 days ago. I don't know how they did it. And they bought. So we made our first sale without any marketing. So we know, I said to Mila, well, I guess it works, right? The sales page. So being able to offer that to those affiliates, that could potentially increase their income by another 20%, 25%, or maybe 33%. We don't know exact the numbers, but it's serving their audience in a way that, serves them. Another option. And those affiliates that market it can also make additional income. I know that was quite long, Andrei, but does that answer your question there?
Yeah, and
definitely.
it's a great marketing lesson as well, because when we look at the consumer, the potential consumer, the lead or the prospect or whatever you want to call them, we have to understand that they want to be helped in the way that they want to be helped. You know what I mean? So if they are adamantly against a high ticket program that costs $2,500, that doesn't mean they're not interested in learning digital marketing still. They just want to be helped in the way that they want to be helped. It's the exact same thing I do with my funnels and follow-up. I promote my high ticket program on the front end now, but I offer master resale rights on the back end because it's lower ticket. It's a new opportunity. That's all it is. It's still the same thing. It's still digital marketing. The funnels, the marketing is all relatively the same. But there's different value propositions, right? Make 100% of the profit, brand it as your own. Some people like the fact that you're selling something for $497 instead of $2,500, right? And it does very well for me, and it's done very well for other people who've gotten to the business model as well. It's just a different value proposition. So that's what I want to ask you, Mila. Just for those of you who don't know Mila and haven't followed Mila for a long time or listened to her podcast episodes from the past, you saw your breakthrough promoting Legendary Marketer. So then a majority of your income comes from selling those high ticket back end programs, which are new $1,000 plus commissions. So that has worked very well for you. We've already talked about the 2 Comma Club Award, but now here you have all those people that are on your list, which is probably huge, that said no to one thing. So you come in and offer them a new opportunity. What is, in your mind, the unique value proposition that you're offering, beyond it's cheaper? We know it's not as expensive, but what are some of the things that motivated you to originally create this program and then stick with it with the rebrand? What are you doing differently, or how are you helping? I heard Alex talk about straight to the point, but I just kind of want to hear your angle on it. What was your vision? What was your mission, so to speak, when you created this?
So I had a lot of, I always like daily people ask, like, I want to learn from you how you do this, how you do, like, one of the platforms that I love working with, it's Instagram. And I love working on the stories and reels and all these things. And I had people every day, like I have people every day wanting to learn from me. So that was one of the biggest thing for me. Like I wanna create something where I put all my everything, all my steps and everything that I do to have the results that I have. And it's something that's like more easy and like and straight as you as Alex already mentioned. So, but it's a place where I could put everything, all the framework and everything that I learned throughout these days with, yeah, that's what my motivation.
That's awesome. Well, now let's dive deep a little bit into the program, right? What are the things that you guys are teaching? How do you differentiate from other programs out there? Um, what's the structure of it? Let's start with that.
Can I give some insight into that one? Because it kind of would lead in from Mila's response as well. So she's got she's got an amazing value proposition because of what she said, right? She teaches everything she knows. But here's a little bit deeper on that. She literally shows everything she knows. So usually when you watch a training, like in a course or something, what is it, like an hour, sometimes up to 2 hours long. There's lots of slides, presentation. And in the end, you learn a lot, but then it's just like, okay, how do I actually do this though? Right. So one of the big value propositions is just imagine that you spent 24 hours with Mila, okay, and just seeing everything she does step by step, on her phone, how she posts, how she writes her descriptions, and literally does everything in her business. And that's exactly what the program we have is, right? Her phone gets filmed with a good camera. She walks people everything step by step. When we say it's simple, it's like the videos average 5 minutes long, right? Sometimes they can go up to 10 minutes. So the feedback we've got from our existing customers is like, wow, like this is so simple, straightforward. I'm finally understanding how digital marketing works. And we get testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. I think I haven't personally been through, the MRR program, I think roadmap. And I heard you speaking about, Brian. It's very simple to the point. It feels like it's almost like that. I would say it's better. Maybe I'm being a little bit biased, but it feels like people are getting to the point much quicker, getting those results without having to go through so much fluff and theory or anything like that. But the education's still there. The understanding of the copywriting, the understanding is just structured in a way that helps people move forwards much quicker.
Yeah,
The second thing
I
is,
think that was
sure.
When you talk about MRR and the value proposition, the benefit, it's like, and then I'll let you continue on, Alex, but it was just like people got to a point where they're just like, just tell me what to do.
Yeah. That's exactly what I feel like. Most people, especially nowadays, like they have a short span of attention. Like they don't have, life is busy. They don't have long, like too much hours to understand. And they don't care like what is the meaning of affiliate marketing, like what happened years ago. Like they don't care about that. They care like what is the step by step, like what I need to do it that are gonna make me money. That's what they care about. So
Yeah, like the golden question is when people ask you, what do you do all day? You get me? So
yeah,
so you basically literally are showing people in your course, like step by step, literally what you do every single day. So that's awesome.
yeah,
And in comparison to kind of something like MRR, just because we've mentioned it, Mila did MRR as well for a period. And she found some of the same. I'm sorry, Mila, I'm speaking for you here too, because we had the conversation, right? But she found some of the same challenges with MRR, right? The chargebacks, that you have to do the customer service, right? If I speak from my own mind, because I've seen some of the creators in interviews, I think you guys interviewed them as well. It's the community aspect, like people will sell their MRR course, but they're not offering that community themselves or that support, or they're sending them to the owners of MRR. And there's just a lot of things that can be challenging for a beginner. The education's great, but the setup and the running of that business. So for us, it was, all right, we love that simplicity. We love get to the point, do the thing. But at the same time, is if we run the company and offer it as affiliate program, now it's not just about being affordable, but it is, that's one aspect. And I think that's probably the smallest aspect of everything, but it is affordable. It's simple. Like people can get results faster. It's a brand that people can love and kind of identify with. But in the end, they still don't have to do the customer service, the setting up the funnels, the dealing with chargebacks and refunds. We handle that for them. And sure, they're going to make 40% commissions. But heck, like if you don't have to focus on all that, you could just focus more on the marketing and make higher income, like more in revenue, because you're not dealing with all those other hats in your business. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it's less work, as an affiliate marketer, you focus on the traffic, and that's literally it. Yeah, you don't, like how you say, you don't have to worry about the back end, the back office side of it, customer service, funnels, the tech support, all of that. That's a different business model. You get me? So it's like it's more work. Like people don't realize what they get themselves into it when they start doing it. That's why I always go for affiliate marketing.
It's way easier. Definitely. I found out this last year when I launched the things, like, oh my God, affiliate marketing is so much easier. It's so much easier.
We've talked probably 3 or 4 times now about how much easier affiliate marketing is. And I just want to drive that point home, because here we have 4 people who have done affiliate marketing. Some of us have done drop shipping, network marketing backgrounds, all that stuff. And we are all saying the same thing. It's like, man, affiliate marketing is easy. And I went through the same thing. I, had some pretty good success in 2016, 2017, got into creating my own products, and 2018 and 2019 and 2020, I went straight back to the affiliate marketing model. It's like, nah, I need a break. You know what I mean? And it worked. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to make is, one of my favorite quotes is, you're not in the business you're in the business of marketing the business that you are in. So it's the driver, right? So why not let somebody else handle all the other stuff? Get in there and just focus on learning marketing. And then once you do, hopefully you'll make some profit. Maybe you'll change your life. But then, hey, now you have the skills to go and do whatever you want in the future. If you want to, go out there and start wearing all those other hats, you can, because you have the number one driver, which is the marketing. And that's what I want to talk about now. Mila, is going forward with the Millionaire Wealth Academy. Obviously you said you have this product that fills a gap and it comes straight from you, sharing, step by step, just tell me what to do type stuff. But I'm curious to know, how are you planning on marketing on social media going forward? Are you going to continue the path where you still promote your front end product and then offer this on the back end, or are you going to make a transition? Do you have any thoughts on that?
So now everything's still like new for us and for me. So I still figuring it out, because I feel it's one way when you promote other people's products, and it's another way when you're promoting your own product. So it's something that I'm still adjusting. I'm still learning. The product is gonna be available until the end of this month, and then we're gonna close again. So it's gonna be for only a period of time. So I'm gonna still promote other people's products. I'm gonna still be an affiliate, promote Legendary, I promote yours as well. So I'm gonna still promote other things on the back end. And yeah, and this is
So yeah,
something
it's almost like you're opening up a little beta group there for a couple of weeks, and that way you can bring a segment in and kind of probably tweak and test. But I think there's also some benefit into going the route you're going, because what's the number one objection or concern that you hear from the market? It's like, all right, when we're talking about people selling courses, it's, Well, if you know how to do affiliate marketing, then why are you selling courses? It's just like all those people who say they made millions of dollars on Amazon FBA, but really they made $10,000 and they're making all their money selling the courses teaching how to do it. So I think there's some benefit in still kind of walking the walk, so to speak, right? Like, yeah, I still do affiliate marketing, but I also have this thing. Now, I want to turn over to you, Alex, and just kind of get your idea here. I know you're the back end guy, but I'm assuming you're going to be promoting this on the front end. Is that correct, or how are you? What's your marketing plan for this new business, the Millionaire Wealth Academy?
So let me give you some value in this first. I think would be very valuable for people, especially, not everyone watching this is going to want to launch their own course, their own program. Some people will. All right. So let me give you some value for those people that do. So when we start our first online business, right, we want to transition from what? A job to an online business, right? I mean, we spoke about Legendary Marketer, love Legendary Marketer, love Dave, only got good things to say about them. But I'm going to use this example because this is where we came from. If someone purchases the $7 course, right, today, tomorrow, are they going to go to am I going to go to my wife and, hey, wife, I'm quitting my 9 to 5. You quit your 9 to 5 as well, right? No, because what has to happen? You said it, Brian. There's tweaking, there's testing, there's updating. They're seeing what the results are and constantly improving. Something's not always, it might work great from the beginning, but there's always going to be small things and adjustments, and we got to make it an evergreen funnel. But when you start a business, there's going to be that delay until you're a specific point, and then you can go, okay, that's when I quit my job. I feel that the mistake going from affiliate marketing and going, wow, I'm making a lot of money and I'm so successful, I'm going to start my own program tomorrow, and next month I'm going to quit doing affiliate marketing. I think that's a mistake, because how do you know you're going to have that certainty, that sustainability, that consistent income? You might have to tweak things. Your income might go spike up and then it potentially go down and then it'll go up again. Right. So the conversation we have with Mila, it's the same for me. It's, and I think it's more applicable to her too. It's, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hold on to your security, right? Like that's the biggest thing right now, because this could blow up and be amazing, but as long as you maintain your security, then what's going to happen when we in 2 months, 3 months, maybe 4 months, we're going to see the results. And at that point, if you want to quit your 9 to 5, so to speak, you can make that transition, right? So that there has to be, you don't want to make dumb decisions, right? You want to be wise, have wisdom around the decisions you're making. So I thought that was important. For me, I'm going to continue marketing. I'm doing a lot of the back end, Brian, probably a lot of what you do, right? It's like, what are the numbers? How do you track it? How do you scale? How do you, like do all the split tests and stuff, like, and because we do have staff now, we've got staff, which is amazing. It's just like, have to focus on how do we train them? How do we make sure that they're so I'm doing a lot of that. So even for this launch, I wanted to go all out with promoting. And I said to Mila yesterday, you know what? I'm not able to right now because this is taking a lot of time. And we just spoke about how can we improve your marketing. So I gave her a script to do a reel. I reviewed a story that we could do and she put it out and they did really well, right? So for me moving forward, it's, I want to focus on this baby because we know the potential it has, but I have to be focusing on that. If I can still market here and there, I'm going to do it. But that's going to be my focus. While Mila drives traffic, she still does her affiliate marketing. I'll still have some that security through affiliate marketing. But in some ways, I'm potentially, possibly, I mean, I know we're both taking risks, but by me focusing more on, what we call it MWA, so Millionaire Wealth Academy, I'm willing to take that little bit extra risk because, like, we know where this can go. Right. But as you guys know, it requires that dedication. It requires that really like analyzing the numbers and how to improve and all of that. So my biggest thing, though, will be how can I support Mila to, keep marketing, even improve. I mean, I already said to her, I'm here for any questions that you have, even for your own stuff that you're currently doing. And that's just helping her, but it's also helping everything we're doing together. So that's kind of my direction moving forward.
Yeah. And then also, are you guys gonna have a coaching program for it as well? Because that's something that people always look for. They wanna the extra help, right? They don't just wanna buy a product or a course. They wanna have like that those interactions. It could be in a group setting or one-to-one. Are you guys gonna offer that as well?
Mila, I think you should share about what we just finished for the last 4 weeks, and I think that would answer that question too.
Yeah, we made like a 4 week workshop with the whole community, all the students, and it was amazing. All the students was loving it. It was a lot of valuable and like a light bulbing moment for them. So we will keep like doing monthly calls with them, and we have an amazing Facebook community where like we always help each other right there. So yeah, like the one-on-one thing is not right now, but definitely we have like an amazing support community on Facebook, and we did this 4 week workshop, which was amazing.
Yeah, that's great. And that you're right. You talk about the community and that's, you know, the unique value proposition or a unique value proposition, right? If you can develop a strong community, that's what is really going to help people not only stay motivated, but learn beyond the step-by-step stuff, right? That's where you get the real good stuff. It's like being in the back room of a mastermind. It's like listening to a podcast, right? It's not step-by-step stuff, but you pick up so much more. It kind of seeps in and kind of hangs around up in your brain until you're like, oh, that's where I can use this. And it really is what drives the next stage of results, I think. So that's really incredible. You know, that's what I sold when I sold Legendary Marketer. Everyone always talks about the blueprints, the blueprints. You know, for me, it was the community and the buzz. You know what I mean? So it's great to see that you're focused on this community and the workshops and monthly calls. That's kind of the next step as the affiliate marketing education community or offerings evolve, right? It affiliate marketing is no longer this secret, you know, behind closed doors type of business model. It's thanks to TikTok and short form content and discovery algorithms. It's starting to people start to understand, hey, if this affiliate marketing thing is a thing and it's a real business and where they want to go forward, I guess. So you mentioned you have employees. Let's talk about that really quickly. What was your hiring process? What roles were you looking to fill, and where did you find these 1, 2, 3, or however many folks that you brought on?
Do you want me to talk about that, Mila? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one just appeared all of a sudden in my house. My wife, right? And one just appeared out of nowhere in Mila's house, her husband. So that's kind of where we first started. Okay. And Mila's husband, Jake, was already helping her with her business. For me, my wife, Dana, the interesting mini, detour here. I got started in this industry 5 months roughly before I met her. And then not even a year, we started dating since I got into the industry. So she has seen everything. And we've had ups and huge downs and terrible experiences where she almost left me as well a couple of times. She's seen it all. I was with the program. She absolutely hated it. She almost wanted to leave me because I was with that program, right? And she never really wanted to do, help me, right? I would have loved for her to. And for many years, it's like, if she could help me, it'd be amazing, right? Simple stuff. But, when we started speaking to Mila, because it's no longer just about Alex Ford, like the Alex Ford brand, we're doing something bigger. It's a company, it's a community, right? And it's an LLC now. So it's not just a chorus. She's like, I want to be a part of this. Like it's more exciting for her. So she just, I'd never seen her so motivated and so, just self-motivated to want to do something, right? So she came on board. She's our customer support manager. She's just freaking flying, figured everything out now and all of that. Mila, did you want to talk about your experience with Jake? And then we'll expand to the other people that we have.
Yeah, my husband, he left his job since it's been a year that he left his job to help me out. So ever since he's helping me, helping with the emails, helping with editing videos and ideas and shooting some content and stuff. So yeah, he's my assistant.
So then, Jake coming on board with us is what we do together. When I spoke to Mila, she said, "Oh, I want Jake to be on the call. He's my business partner." And I said to her the other day, I think I said it to Jake. That wasn't expected, but I am so grateful that he was, because if he wasn't for him as well, here's another piece of the puzzle that he fills, right, in what we're doing. So there's Jake. Then Mila has her sisters as well, right? So her sisters are a part of what we're doing as well. So they're going to come on board, customer service and just, some of the managing social media, that sort of thing. So that's kind of our staff. It's family, right? Even my wife's dad, he's been a huge part. He's been managers for some big banks here in Australia. And he's helped a lot with advice and that sort of stuff. So understanding that whole business corporate level has been a huge asset. But then on top of that, we do have people that we outsource to now as well. The helpers, not full employees, but we've got a copywriter, a couple of video editors, graphic design people. So if we did this all about ourselves, I don't know. I probably would have died by now, right? So having that extra support, people that, having one person that is a master at their craft, that they can review things or write things or design things, then it just, I don't know, it's a great feeling, because we can work at a level of excellence, not just let's hope this works, right? So yeah.
That's cool. Now that I know the whole family, Ford and Markson family legacy depends on the success of this product, I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
So guys, now for the people listening, let's talk a little bit now that we're getting to the end of the episode. The launch day, right? How long is it gonna be open? When are you gonna close the doors? When are you gonna reopen it again? Because people need to get excited about this, right?
Yes. Do you wanna share?
Yeah.
We're gonna open. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I'll go through because I'm bringing the calendar here just to give time. So, when this episode goes live, we're going to be in the middle of the launch, right? So that's the exciting part. And we launch. So if someone's watching this, it'll be next week. So we launch on there. We've got a live masterclass happening on January 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I think if someone wants to attend, you guys were going to put like a link somewhere. Correct, Brian and Andrei?
Yeah, we'll link it up in the description.
Great. So if someone wants to, obviously that's the live one. So when this goes live, that's not going to be available because it's not live, but there's a replay available. All right. So there'll be a link. That link will go straight to the replay. It's an amazing masterclass. We did a dry run, a test run of it yesterday. And yeah, it's just a lot of value. Like anyone that attends that or watches the replay, they're going to get a lot of value just from the training itself. Like I haven't seen anything like that yet in the industry. Now, we are not going to go into full details, but the price of the program is going to increase during the launch. So I would recommend as soon as this comes out, go check out the training. If you want to partner with Mila and I, then you're going to want to see that training and see what the offer is. All right. Then that is going to continue right until January the 28th. That's where we close. That's the hard close. And the reason we did this is, one, we wanted to do a big launch. We already have some affiliates, promoted, generate some buzz, right? Because when there is buzz generated, that buzz, you can carry it through into the future, to do greater things. So once that closes, then we got to focus on the second phase, which is we're going to do the webinar again at one point. Not sure exactly when, but we are going to do it. And then we're going to convert it into an automated webinar, an automated masterclass. That will probably be potentially end of February, March. Still got to figure out all the numbers, all the dates. But at that point, people will be able to, start driving traffic consistently. And that's kind of the game too, because a launch is great. It's one time, can create a big spike of sales, but doing launch after launch is not sustainable, right? So being able to create that automated process where anyone can come in, obviously get the education, learn how to do affiliate marketing, make an income, and have a program that they can promote right away. That's what we want to offer. And we do give other options as well. Different niches and things that people can promote. It's not just about, hey, buy our course to promote our program. That's not what we're about. We really want people to learn those skills and become proficient at what they do in any way they want with any products.
Yeah, and it goes back to what I said earlier. You're not in the business you're in the business of marketing the business that you are in. So however you decide to not only learn that, but more importantly, implement upon, it doesn't really matter because you can do anything you want for the rest of your life after that. And Mila is an Instagram expert. I mean, she's, obviously her passion. She talked about all the fun she has with her stories. And so it's going to be amazing. The masterclass alone, will be absolutely worth the watch. I'm 100% convinced. And that's why I love these podcasts, right? It's just a different way to learn how to do digital marketing because you are generous enough to outline your launch structure. And we appreciate that information. And I know some people may be listening to this and seeing this as a pitch and just like, oh, here they go. And they're tuning out. But really, you can learn so much from just seeing how other people go about the launch and why, you're launching live on January 18th. And then you're talking about price increases during the launch and then a hard close and then a reopen with an evergreen. I mean, that right there is the good marketing stuff. That's the stuff I love to nerd out on. So I appreciate you sharing this. And if you're listening to this, go watch the masterclass. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot, but also pay attention to the structure of the launch. Why are they doing this? Why are they closing? What's going on? And you can just learn so much by watching. And then if you decide to get in, once again, the whole Ford Markson family legacy relies on it. So I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But, I'm excited. Thanks for sharing that information. Obviously, it'll be linked down in the show notes or the description if you want to go out and check out the masterclass. But yeah, I'm excited for y'all. Final thoughts, Andrei, Alex, Mila, how do we close this down today? I'm sure you got a lot of work to do to get ready for the live launch, but how do we close this down today?
Well, I can say, I can give you guys this opportunity to ask me and Brian any questions about launching a course or managing it, because that's really important too, right? Like you have to manage the whole community. So we'll leave you up to you guys if you guys want to ask us any questions about that.
You go ahead, Alex.
Me? Okay. And then, think of your question, Mila. But my question would be, I don't even want to ask the question. And I'm going to ask you guys, okay? When you are, let's say, 6 months in to your program, okay? Or let's say that you could go in a time machine to 6 months into the launch of your program. If you went into that 6 months and you saw your, Brian from then there and Andrei from back then, what question would you want that Brian or Andrei to ask you now? Does that make sense?
So let me just clarify.
What question would you ask yourself?
6 months after the launch, 6 months into the program, what was my thing that I was curious about? Is that a fair way to look at it, Alex?
What would you want? How long ago did you launch your program, Brian?
I launched it about 2 years ago now.
2 years ago. Okay. So let's say when you were 30, you're 32 now, Brian. Okay. So what question
32.
Would 30-year-old Brian?
I'm 43 now.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to use the real numbers.
Brian.
I didn't want to use the real age. All right. Well, we use the real age. So what question would 41-year-old Brian, what question should he ask to 43-year-old Brian about running a successful company?
Yeah, I think what he should ask is it going to be worth it? Because there's going to be challenges throughout the entire process, and there's going to be problems that need to be overcome, and you know fires that need to be put out, and bad things that happen and good things that happen. There's going to be a whole collection of all those things. And as 43-year-old Brian looks in the future, I'm fully aware that there's going to be a collection of all of those things going forward. But the question he should ask is starting my own program going to be worth it? And the answer is, on the surface, absolutely. But the answer a little bit deeper is it can be. It can be worth it. And really, it comes down to your motivation. All right. And what I mean by that is, yeah, programs can take off and they can make a whole lot of money. And, there's benefits to having affiliates drive traffic for you, no doubt about it. And it gives you the opportunity to, focus on other aspects of giving back and helping out. Right. But really what it comes down to for me is when I first started and do those exercises where you get into your why. It's like I wanted to make money and all that stuff, provide a better life for my family. But when I got down to the bottom of it, I want to felt like at the end of the day or at the end of the journey that I won life. And to me, that means like, yes, I made the money, I did the traveling, we had the experiences, we raised great kids, but also like I did something that was worth talking about, I guess, so to speak. And I felt good about it. And I'm not naive enough to think that at 43 and creating an affiliate marketing course is enough to cement a legacy, so to speak. But I can feel good about what I put into the universe at this point in my life. And it comes down to my intentions, right? And your intentions with creating this. If you have the intentions to take people to another level, really serving other people at a higher level, than creating your own product gives you the opportunity to do that. And it's absolutely 100% worth it, because if you just want to make money, affiliate marketing is the easiest way to go. Let's just state it what it is. It's just the easiest way to go. But yeah, if you want to make a difference in people's lives, then yeah, it's absolutely 100% worth it. So see it through even when it gets tough.
Like a mission, right?
100%.
Do you know that rings so true for me, Brian? Because I agree. If you want to make a lot of money, there's lots of ways to do it, right? Go hurt people, go steal, go sell drugs. Okay, obviously that's an extreme. You can do affiliate marketing just to make money, but it's just like when you can make an impact. You said you're not like something about your affiliate marketing course isn't going to, right, be the big thing. The thing is, it's not about the course. It's about the people you impact, because through the course, you can change people's lives and it creates a ripple effect. And then they can go change other 10 people's lives. And it's like years, generations down the road, you've created such a huge impact. And for me, from what you said, that just feels like, wow, that's what's worth it. That's what's worth it. So Andrei, what question would 20-year-old Andrei ask 22-year-old Andrei? I'm just
You're getting the ages all wrong.
I'm just messing, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
It's better than going the
6
other
months
way.
ago. Yeah.
No, yeah. One of the things that I thought when I launched my program was that everything was gonna be perfect, that everything was just gonna be, I launch it and I am good, right? And 6 months later, it's a complete different program than when I launched it. You get me? So you're gonna have to tweak it here and there. Some things might work, some things might not work, but you're gonna have to do it. There's also gonna be like how Brian says, there's a lot of challenges that come in the way, right? The more successful you are, you start getting more haters. You get me? So now there's gonna be more noise out there as well. So you have to be able to, like how he said, turn the fires down, right? Or help other people in different ways. But yeah, the most important thing is that if you believe in your product, nothing will affect you. So that's the main thing that honestly, when I started, I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest, creating a new product from scratch. But then little by little, I started perfecting it, perfecting it. And right now, I have it to the point where I don't need to touch it anymore. But it's been what, 9 months since I launched. So it's a process. You get me? Don't think it's going to be perfect in the beginning. You guys are going to have to figure it out. Some things might work, some things might not work. Um, some people might buy it and they are not going to be happy about it. And then there's going to be people that are going to be amazed about it, right? So it's going to happen. Not it's so hard to make sure everybody's happy. You get me? Because everybody has their own opinions and more stuff. So just you stay true to what you believe, and then you guys are gonna go far.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Mila, you
Gab.
can ask the question next for them. What do you want to know from Brian and Andre?
I think that the questions you did was pretty great. Other than like, what do you guys wish when you guys first launch? What do you guys wish you knew? Uh, that could like avoid or something like, or it could do better. That you didn't know when you launch.
Go ahead, Andre.
Um,
What do you got?
What was the question? Sorry. So what did I think I knew before I launched?
Yeah, like when you guys first launch, what do you guys wish you knew? Like maybe like or if you guys have any advice for us or something like.
Yeah. What I wish I knew before I launched, like I said before, I thought it was gonna be automated, which it wasn't completely. That's one of the main things. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, I created once and then I'm done. But no, you have to keep perfecting it every single time. Um, Getting the feedback from the people too. Like I said before, you can't please everybody, but just little by little listen to them, not do what they say, but just have it in consideration what people are saying, because that's going to be important for the growth of the program as well.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, there's a lot of challenges, like the customer service sides. I didn't know it was gonna be like so like every day I have so many emails, that I have to check and see what's going on, especially with the traffic. Like in my community, I have more than 5,000 people already. So
Oh,
it has grown a lot. So I'm at the point where I need to outsource 100%, right? And especially with all the projects that I have, I'm running this, I have the podcast, I'm starting a YouTube channel, I have a podcast in Spanish as well. So it's like there's a lot of things that you have to manage your time wisely, and then just it goes back to being an affiliate marketer, right? Like that is so much simpler than doing everything that we're doing now.
yeah.
Yeah, and for me, there's a couple of things. Just little tidbits. Don't forget about leverage, right? It's
sorry,
your
don't forget about what?
about
Yeah.
leverage, right? So what I mean by
Leverage.
that is, it's your program. So obviously you want it to be perfect, you want it to be amazing, and as you go through and look at those tests and tweaks, you're just going to want it to be absolutely mind blowing. So there can be a tendency, from my experience, to try to add too many different things to it, right? So, for example, as I added, coaching and community and stuff like that to my program, those are things that are going to help folks and, increase the overall value of the program. But when I did it, I wasn't just like, here, let's create this community and let's give out my phone number and all this stuff. It's like, okay, there still has to be leverage, because if you get too bogged down with one aspect of the program, then the rest of the program will crumble, right? Because you'll be taking all your focus away from other important aspects. So don't you resist the temptation to add something that's going to take up too much time, because ultimately that'll decrease the results that you're going to get for your customers. And then that's the other thing, and it comes from being too close to the product, right? You created this product, so you're as close as you possibly can be to it. So you are passionate about all the content you put in there and the funnels that you built, and the webinars that you run and all that stuff, and you're just like, man, I focused. This is going to be your thought. It's like, I put everything into this, so I know it's as good as I can possibly make it. And you know what? None of that crap matters. What matters is that it sells, and students get results. And so it's hard to pull yourself back from that situation where like, hey, this tactic or technique or strategy, it crushes it for me, but it's not getting results for the students. Why could that be? Okay, well, maybe it's more geared towards, and I'm not saying specific, but maybe it's more geared towards someone who has a following versus someone who's just getting started, right? Like, just always test this against sales and results, and don't be emotional about it. Like, I think this is a really great strategy. I do this every day, but it's not working for students. Okay, let's pull that out and adjust and find something that works for the students. And so those are the kind of two pieces of advice that I can give just to kind of help you predict the future. It really comes down to your closeness to the program. And sometimes you just kind of take a step back and be like, okay, what do we got to do to make sales and get results for the students? And I think everything will work out just fine if you do that. But yeah, I think those are both great questions. And once again, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. These episodes, if you're willing to listen and kind of read between the lines, there's so much value to be extracted from this. And if you just want someone to tell you what to do, then there's going to be so much value in the masterclass that's already running, which we'll link down in the description or show notes. And then, of course, if you want to get into Millionaire Wealth Academy and this new brand and kind of be one of the pioneers, the beta testers, that opportunity will be available as well. So thank you, Alex and Mila, once again for coming on the show again today.
Thank you, guys. It was awesome. I feel honored every time I hear with you guys. Thank you very much.
Me too, guys. I love you both. You guys are amazing marketers, friends as well. And this didn't feel like a podcast. It just felt like a great conversation with some of the best friends you can have, because it's not often you can have these conversations with in your real life. So it almost feels like we're just by a campfire right now having this conversation. So love you guys, and I look forward to next time.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everybody.